get on. These are my new clip-on super huge sunglass lens thing, which I can flip up, and yeah, because it's a bit bright out here if I need them. Anyway, I have a microphone arriving today sometime, and I shouldn't have any more of these distractions and problems with music, and pretty much be able to choose where I want to go. Hopefully it will drown out music if it is playing, which they've got some weird groovy sounds playing today. I'm not sure what that is. Anyway, I'm going to start with some... Okay, this is another thing that the microphone will be good for, Nina. They're actually clip-ons, look. They're clip-on. So I got them to clip on the top to block out the light when I'm live. So what I'm going to do while we're waiting for donations, I'm only going to take one donation a day, one donation at a time. We'll work on that, but while we're waiting, Nina, we'll do just some star signs. I know that you're Aries. What's your sun, moon and rising? You've got Aries, and what else? Welcome to the room, abundantly blessed. Welcome. Yeah, so we'll just do some star sign. Abundantly blessed. We'll have a look at you if you want. Oh, you can't tell they're clip-on? No, I bought them abundantly. I bought them because when I was online, I was down that end. Because the best signal is down that end of the club. The signal's 3 out of 4 bars here, but it's 4 out of 4 down there. And I just can't see. It's just so bright, and I've got a massive headache from the sun. Yeah, so I don't really need them here. I mean, I can see okay. I'm in the shade here at the moment. I have the beautiful sun on the back of my legs because it's been very cold here. Rocky, you're donating. Okay, so just everybody that's in the room, what we're going to be doing, Chris and Nina, what I'm going to do is while we're waiting for readings, I only need to do about 4 detailed readings today, maybe 5 at the most. I don't want to have a backlog of people. So we're just doing one at a time. Rocky's going to make a donation. Abundantly blessed, it is $2 is the minimum if you're wanting a yes and no kind of reading. A yes and no would be 3 cards, and I'll give you a yes or a no answer plus some messages for whatever it is you're wanting to ask. So thank you for the $1, but it is actually $2 minimum. My eyes aren't far apart. They're actually too close together. Yeah. So yeah. Thank you anyway, Cowboy Killer. If you think my eyes are too far apart, I don't know. It could be the glasses and everything I'm wearing at the moment. Okay, so PayPal, your questions on PayPal, Rocky. Okay, let me have a look. What I was going to do, Crystal, I've told Nina already, I've ordered a microphone that's going to clip on here, and it plugs into the phone, and what it's going to do is it's not only going to pick up my voice nice and loud, but it's going to counteract background. I'll be able to use the sound cancelling to counteract truck noises, ocean noises, birds, dogs, and music. So that'll be all in test phase next week. We'll see how we go. I actually don't think I need these on at the moment, so I might just take that off. I don't really need it to be dark at the moment. And bear with me, I washed my hair this morning and it's just like fluff. It's just so soft. Can't do anything with it. Yeah, the microphone, I got it for 39 Australian dollars, so about 24, 25 American dollars. I bought it, and I bought it because the reviews stars was 4.5 stars out of 5. Anyway, my husband looked it up this morning on YouTube for a review on the actual device, and the guy that was reviewing the device said he had bought $30 ones, $60 ones, $100 ones and everything, and he said, I'm not even going to do videos on the other ones because they're crap. And he did the video on the one that I selected without even knowing that out of all the ones I was looking at, this one was actually the best one. And the reason I bought it was Amazon itself said special once only deal on this particular brand, and I went, that'll do me. It's got 5 stars, it's got a deal on it, so I'll buy it. Okay, so your question is, let me just check PayPal, because PayPal was a bit funky the other day, and sorry, I'll just wait until that truck sorts out what it's doing out there. They're just doing deliveries at the moment. Yeah, see, I've got full signal at the moment, and my PayPal, my screen is just spinning around, not working at the moment. So we'll just see. Okay, not working. What about my watch? Is my watch telling me that PayPal? My watch should show me PayPal. No, it's not. Oh, I'm having some drama. See, the truck noise actually is drowning out the thing. Will my money issues be solved before May is gone? Abundantly blessed. Did you end up paying the second $1? Oh, you paid $2 and plus you paid the $1. All right, thank you for that. We'll do yours first while we're waiting for PayPal to work. Okay, so this is just a $2 reading, and thank you and welcome to the room. Abundantly blessed. Can I either have your first name or your star sign to work with the reading? Because I don't want to ask, is abundantly blessed going to sort out her problems or his problems with money? So can I either have your first name or your star sign to work with, please? Just wait for that to come in. I'm still waiting for PayPal to load up. Okay, let me shut everything. Let's try again. I did change the password on PayPal the other day because I was having problems with it. All right, I can see, oh, Crystal, you paid as well today. Okay, so we've got Chris first. We've got abundantly blessed with a $2. Yes and no, we'll do that first. Then we've got Chris with a detail read. And then we got Rocky with a mini. Okay, so we'll just put a halt on readings until we get through to Rocky. Once I get to Rocky, then we can take some more on if anybody's wanting one. So, Gemini for you. Okay, the Gemini who calls themselves abundantly blessed would like to know oh, Katrina. Okay, thank you. I didn't need both, I just wanted one. Katrina would like to know, she's Gemini, will the money issues be solved before May is finished? Okay, so you're going through a bit of financial drama, are you? We haven't got long left. We've only got 1 week left of May, so hopefully you're going to get a yes here. Any messages for Katrina, the Gemini? Will she resolve her money issues? Here we go, good luck. We got a yes straight up, we got another yes, so we will do a third card even so. All right, your messages here are, you need to speak up, you need to get the correct information and move forward. There is a female that possibly could help you to resolve an issue financially. We do have the King of Pentacles sitting here. He is the king of the money. It could be your boss, it could be the banker, but it is showing that through self-improvement and a different status. So it could mean that you're going to get a promotion, you're going to get a bonus or something like that. You will move up the ladder financially. So you do have a no sitting here about feeling exhausted and defeated and everything. So you've got two cards telling you, yes, things will get resolved, but I feel because of that Ten of Swords energy that has come out on the end here, not everything will be resolved. So let's say that you are struggling, you need to find $5,000. You might find 4,000 of the dollars, and then you're going to be working on the rest of it. You know what I mean? So I think 80% of the problem is going to be resolved, but you've still got other things to work on. Anyway, you get a yes, but don't just base it solidly on the yes. You will need some help from whoever she is. You did say you're a Gemini. Queen of Swords is an air sign, so that is Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, I believe. So, but this is more about an Aquarius star sign woman or somebody who's in business, and it also could be telling you something to do with a legal matter. So if you have access to some kind of government funding or a rebate or putting something on hold, it's not necessarily showing me money coming in, but it is showing me some sort of resolution through maybe a legal kind of matter or a government kind of assistance kind of matter. Okay? So that's what I'm getting for you. So good luck with all of that. Up next, we have really Chris. Oh, the money amount, I was correct. Yeah, sometimes when I have an example come to my mind about a person's name, or there's a lady that comes to my channel, she's buying a house, and I keep seeing water running around the property or to the back of the property, and I said it's not the ocean. I said it's something like a lake or a river or even a creek. And she showed me pictures of the property she was looking at, and there was a river thing running across the back. And I also described the kitchen in the house that she was going to be looking at, like how you'd walk into it, where the cupboards were, what colour. So sometimes I get things come to my mind when I'm focused. All right, really Chris is up next. Thank you, Abundance. And if you wanted another $2 thing, just go for it. If you're wanting something more detailed, hang around and watch what a detailed $12 reading looks like. I mean, you are having financial difficulty at the moment, so I'm not expecting that you're going to be able to afford things. But yeah, maybe down the track when you get sorted out, you might want to come back for something more detailed. Chris, may you know what procedure I was seeing. I was thinking about you last night, Chris, when I had told you about maybe it's some sort of minor procedure where they're suggesting that you get eggs frozen for the future and that. I was seeing it as something down the track, because remember when you talked about that getting pregnant now, they were holding off on other things that they would normally do in your situation. That's what I was seeing it in line with, that if you did go forward where you were needing some kind of thing that could cause infertility, they would then suggest that you do that. But anyway, let's have a look. Let's have a look at what I'm seeing in regards to you moving forward with a pregnancy. Let's see if I'm still seeing a procedure, because you had a procedure, I think you had like a couple of procedures all at the same time. So remember you had, well, you know what you had done. You had the injury and operation with the ankle thing. You had something to do with the fallopian tube or something like that. I can't remember. And then you had the other surgery that you had done. I won't talk about it online, but yeah, so you had the 3 different things and they all sort of hit around the same sort of time. So it could be that I was seeing all of that and seeing that the options of what might happen if you had to proceed further. You know, like the last surgery you had, I don't think you'd had it yet. when I seen these sorts of things. So, or I don't think you've got the results yet about what was going to happen next. The results were good, so maybe what I was seeing was a possibility that if the results weren't what they wanted, Chris, they would have to do something more, which would then entail freezing of eggs to try and, you know, do something. Anyway, let's see what we get. Let's do our timer. Okay, Chris. So you're wanting to know if there is still a procedure sitting there in regards to getting pregnant. So Chris wants to know, show me, is there anything to worry about? Is there anything still sitting there about possible procedure that will be needed to proceed forward with pregnancy in the near future? Because you're going to try very soon, aren't you? Show me. We'll unpause the readings when we get to Rocky's Mini, and then people can pay, so not yet. Show me what things might happen. I'm going to nominate that, of course, the 9 of Diamonds, 10 of Spades, that's hospital and surgery. The higher the number in diamonds, if the 9 of Diamonds and the thing comes out, the higher the number, the more complicated procedure. The lower the number, of course, it's just something minor. Maybe you've got to take some kind of tablet or something for 2 months or whatever. Show me how things will go with Chris and fertility, pregnancy, and if there is still anything showing about a possible procedure again. And I know which parts of the body are represented by procedure. Okay, so we don't have the hospital. Oh, yes, we do. We do have the hospital and we do have the surgery card. The first card out was the surgery card with the doctor. 9 of Diamonds and King of Diamonds, that is surgery, that is a doctor, right? It is sitting in the past, okay? So this is past or issues or any kind of dilemma that may come up. So previous surgery is showing up as a complication of moving forward to what you want to be doing now. You are committed and balanced to what you want to do. Now you did say that when they've tested hormone levels, that your hormone levels are perfect and normal, because this is showing me a male hormone being out of whack. Now, as you know, you're female, but you still do have a certain level of testosterone that can show within your system. Now, the other way of looking at this, Chris, is that the problem is not you, the problem is the fertility on the other side, the male side, okay? Maybe. When we move forward into the whole pregnancy thing, we've got a black 9. A black 9 is still saying about working on the pregnancy, but the pregnancy's not there. We don't have any 3s showing up as yet. We do have 9s everywhere. We do have the hospital. Now this here would be to do with your exercise and your diet. Nothing to do with medication or... I don't know why that lost connection just then, Chris. I don't know why that lost connection, because it's showing me I've got full strength connection, and for some reason it just dropped out. Anyway, you have Ace of Diamonds, 2 of Diamonds sitting here, Chris, in your future part of the reading. We have the doubles, so we got double 9s, double 2s. We've actually got triple 9s. It is showing me that once you're pregnant, there will be some sort of procedure after the pregnancy. So I'm wondering whether, I keep seeing that you're going to be having cesarean, but I'm wondering whether there will be something picked up upon when you give birth, and then there's some other procedure. So I don't feel it's leading up to the pregnancy. I feel like it's once everything's happening, there may be something that you're going to be doing, and this will be suggestion moving forward. Yeah, so the surgery's part is all sitting in the past of what you've done. You've already done it. Moving forward, there is nothing to indicate actual procedure. It's only indicating changes that need to be made that you're willing to make to move forward. Let me just see what I've got with underneath the deck. Okay, now it's not showing me any threes at all. Positive threes, negative threes. Threes is all about the actual fertility. And it's showing me a lot of male energy. So either they pick up on that you're starting to try and get pregnant, something is just not seem to be happening. So it may be where they check out everything and they say, look, it must be coming from the other side, like the other person. And I think I was talking to somebody the other day that wanted to get pregnant, and I told them to look into maca root. So I suggest that if you are going forward with all of this, that you and the person in question, that you both have this maca root. Start cooking it in cakes, in slices, put it in a smoothie. Yeah, I think that if both of you want to do this, that would be beneficial, because the only thing I'm seeing now, Chris, I'm not seeing actual procedure and going to hospital or anything. I'm seeing going to the hospital, or if it was something like, say, something at the extreme level like chemotherapy, right? I would see something a negative tone. I'm seeing going to the hospital for something positive. This would be vitamins, food, just changing up, taking iron supplements, calcium, and what's it called when people are trying to get pregnant? There's a particular multivitamin that you take that helps enhance everything that you need to create the proper atmosphere. Everything's very up and down as well. I feel like it might be a bit of a challenge with this whole pregnancy thing. So let's just see what I get on the tarots. Show me, is there still going to be any kind of procedure or anything leading forward? Apart from caesarean birth, is there anything leading up to being pregnant and babies being born, the crystal coming up? Or is it done? So we're going to look at past, we're going to look at now, we're going to look at moving forward. Past is the opportunity, the hospital, and you showing up as the Empress. So the past is showing me the hospital and them suggesting this is what we need to do. We need to do it now. You went on the journey, it's all happened. And the thing is the Empress, about being fertile, being pregnant and moving forward. Moving forward, there is this battle going on. Now this does represent male hormone. It can mean a problem around that your testosterone level is slightly high for a female. It may mean that the male in question who's going to seed the child, that maybe the level's not there, not right. We do have an Ace of Swords, which is the plan, the idea moving forward. It is in reverse at the moment, so there may be some kind of delay. We do have a 3 showing up in this reading. It isn't the 3 of Cups, which I was hoping for, which is the actual fertility. It's 3 of Wands and it is in reverse. So that can tell me that's like a black 3. And you're not pregnant right now, but this is showing me the possibility of what you have to go through, what you're going to change to get there. Your outcome cards are a bit weird because we have this working at it, working as a team, progressing forward. It is an 8, it is a red 8. Again, the red 8s are all about your food, your exercise levels, meditation, sleep, all of those natural, normal, everyday things. Nothing to do with surgery or some kind of chemical or anything like that. Then we have the future showing the Tower. Now, I feel the Tower showing up here because of the following card. I feel this Tower is about sink or swim. You've got to dive in and try this and do this, or just wait to be pushed in. I don't think it's anything about a disaster and freaking out. because the following card is your wishes coming true, the star here, working on your wish of things coming true. Bottom of the deck, we got the world of things changing. We got the death card. So we've got two cards about the finishing. And guess what I was asking for about? I was hoping to see the Three of Cups, because you had all the nines come out, which is the 9 months, which is a pregnancy. You had the fours, you had the fives, which is boys, girls, right? You had the doctor card there, the hospital card there. You had everything except for the red 3. Guess what's at the bottom of the deck? 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups. This is the fertility, this is the pregnancy, and it's either going to be one pregnancy after another. If it was, this would be getting pregnant naturally. This would be assistance with getting pregnant. All right? But I keep thinking that it's twins, it's 2 babies, or it's back-to-back babies. But this is really good energy, Chris. I am not seeing a procedure that's coming. I am seeing changes in diet, exercise, getting better sleep, maybe resting up. So I remember a person I knew back when I was only in my 20s, and she had a lot of difficulty. She would maybe get pregnant, wasn't sure. In the end, she would literally lay down with her feet up after the event, and she would be like that for a week, and she would take it very, very easy. Yeah, I just see some adjustments. Rest assured, I don't see anything to do with any kind of what I was seeing the other day. It was suggestion that there may be a suggestion that if something progresses forward, there may be a need in the future to be freezing eggs for future pregnancies. So I feel that the first one, it's not going to be easy to get there, but it will happen because you'd have double fertility sitting underneath. And you've got a lot of cards that represent the celebration, and when I've done other readings, I'm seeing these babies, I'm seeing you holding them in my mind, I'm seeing it all. So yeah, whatever that was showing up before, I think it may have been in line with what you'd already had done. And it was just simply showing me what you'd already had done. But yeah, anyway, let's see what we get over here. Final messages here. I'm going to give you 3 from the top, 3 from the bottom for 2 things that you're thinking about. And then from the middle, I'm going to take 5 cards from the middle for final messages on the whole moving forward and pregnancy things. So I want you to think of 2 things, Crystal. Up next, we've got Rocky. I need Rocky's question on the screen, and then we'll open up the readings again. Okay, Chris, so just think about things in your mind, 2 situations, and from the middle is more about this whole moving forward, pregnancy, fertility. Okay, I only need to pull 2 from the top because we've got a yes, yes there, and we got a yes, yes at the bottom as well. Now, if you were asking something about, are you going to need surgery or something leading up, and I've got a yes, yes sitting here, and if that's a scary thing or you're not wanting that and everything, these are very positive energy cards. So it's not indicating something negative, okay? Both of these questions that you're thinking about are very, very positive answers here. We have the Knight of Cups going, I'd say that's you and Larry going to the next level with each other. We also have the Knight of Wands. They're actually looking at each other. So I don't feel it represents male, female, or 2 males or anything like that. I just feel like it represents the love and the journey and the work together because of looking at each other, you and him. Okay, the other energy you got here is justice and balance, which I believe represents fertility, and it represents possible twins again. Then you have 2 of Cups, so 2 people. Everything's 2. 2 nights, 2 of Cups, 2 people looking at each other, celebrating a really warm connection. So just to finish this reading, I said I would take the cards from the middle, 5 of them. You have the High Priestess, trust in your own intuition. You do have the 4 of Pentacles, looking at your financial stability for the future, Crystal. You also have 4 of Cups. The 4s is all the feminine energy. Again, it's showing me double energy here. We also have this time of waiting going on with the Hangman. And lastly, we have the Lovers. Lovers is usually about soulmates and fertility. So nice messages there for you, Chris. Okay, up next we have Rocky. Let me just check to make sure everybody's sort of come in and paid before they come in. All right, we've got Rocky. Rocky up next with the mini. Readings are now open again. This music, it's like something from the bloody, you know, when they did the Go-Go Girls and they wore the white boots and that, all of that. Is it the 60s or the 70s? You know, the hippie taking trips and psychedelic. That's what the music sounds like in the background. I did get picked up on the music last time I was live, but I didn't get a strike, thank God. It just said that, you know, I can't monetize the video, which I don't do that anyway. Okay, Rocky, how does Roberto really feel about you? Oh, you feel like he's slipped off the radar again, Rocky. Okay, Rocky, so this is a mini reading. One question and energy at the end. And then if we haven't got any readings, I'll start doing a couple of star signs. If nobody's paid within, you know, when we're hitting 12 o'clock, people are going to come in. It's Thursday, so a lot of people come in on a Thursday for lunch. The bingo ladies are playing their bingo at the moment, so they'll all be coming out for lunch and cigarettes. Anyway, here we go. What's going on? How does Roberto currently feel about... I'll say your name in my head. How does Roberto currently feel about Rocky? Okay, here we go. Do you know what the first card out was? How does he feel about you? You might be surprised to know this because he has been, as you said, he's kind of gone off the radar. He's been distant. You got the Nine of Hearts, a Joker, and the Queen of Hearts. How does he feel about you? He loves you, he adores you, he knows that you're a good person. The Joker is, oh my gosh, you know? So whatever he's doing, he must be very, very busy, involved in his own head, getting work done, and he's thinking, she knows I love her, she knows that I'll come around eventually and we'll get together when I get time. I feel that you're concerned that has he gone elsewhere. You've got a black 3 here. This is where somebody's kind of shutting somebody out or they're doing something else. He's also got a card that's showing about trying to change ways, trying to do something in a different way. So you're expecting that this is how the relationship's got to be. He's got to ring you every day, he's got to turn up on weekends, you've got to go places at least once a month, and so you've got this whole vision of what the relationship should be like. His vision of how the relationship doesn't match with what you're thinking. The next thing coming up is you will get a surprise. There's been something going on. He's possibly had an illness, or somebody in the family, his mother, sister, somebody hasn't been well, and it's been quite a lot of drama going on around whatever that is. But he does love you. He does think about you. We do have the Queen of Hearts. We do have surprises. So I'm not seeing anything negative here. I'm just seeing that your version of what this should be doesn't match with what he feels it should be. He's basically probably sitting at home, doing his work and all the rest of it and thinking, I haven't got time to call her right now because she'll want to have me on the phone for however long. I can't go this weekend because I've got to go and fix something for my mother or something for my father. You know what I mean? So I think he's got a whole lot of things going on, and you're possibly at home with too much time on your hands thinking about, why hasn't he called me? Why isn't he here? So I just feel that the version of what he sees going on, the thing that you shouldn't doubt is the love cards are there. He does love you. He does look at you with love. He looks at you as a partner, not just as someone to come and hang out with sometimes. Okay, there was nothing to show that you're just... Okay, let's see what tarots have to say about this connection. What does Roberto think about... What does Roberto think about... We won't have problems with sound and music and anything next time I'm live. The video's lagging again. I've got full signal. The video has frozen. I don't know what's going on here, guys. Okay, so how much of it do you hear? I don't know why it's doing that, because it's on full signal at the moment. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on personal hotspot. It is on. Just bear with up on it in the reading. I did see that there may be somebody in his family that's not well, or a work overload, because he had 4 and 10 of clubs and he had a female energy sitting there. So that can mean somebody that's not well, and it's been getting increasingly bad with whoever that is. The other way of looking at it is the 4 represents work, and this is structured and it works. 10 is an overload of the work. So he may be extremely busy and things like that. Okay? So this is still you, Rocky. I'm just going over what I said. I've changed my connection on my phone to my hotspot phone. All right? I'm using my own data thing now. All right. So this is just top and bottom just to finish off, Rocky. What don't you see, Rocky? What's going on? Can everybody else see the reading for Rocky? Because what she's probably going to have to do, it might be her connection. She might have to go back and watch it later. Can everybody see and hear the reading for Rocky? Okay, you can see it. Can you hear it? All right, here we go. All right, and that's my disclaimer there. I should read it out every time I'm live. All these readings are for entertainment purposes only. Use your own judgment, your own discretion when you're making decisions, and seek professional advice when needed. I was told recently by somebody that I should say that whenever I'm live, just to put it out there, even though it's on the screen. All right, Rocky, this is your final part of the reading. Your connection's fine. The reading is there, so hopefully you can see it all. Everybody else could see it in the room, so I don't know what happened there, but yeah. Anyway, your last part of the reading about Roberto. You have the Sun, my favourite card. You have the Empress. He loves you. He adores you. You're everything that he needs. He just doesn't give you enough time. The Magician's here. It's you trying to get things happening. You're imagining how it's all going to be. We do have him. He wants to be the powerful one. He wants to say when he wants to see you, when he's busy. It's like he's running how this relationship is, and it's not matching up with how you want the relationship to be. You also are getting up in your head a little bit too much sometimes, thinking negatively about the whole situation, and sometimes you worry that, is it all over? Am I not going to hear from him? What's he thinking right now? Are we together? We're not together? What's going on? So I think you've got 2 cards here that represent you circling in your mind, thinking, is it over? Is it still on? We got him sitting in his castle saying, this is how it's going to be, I'm fine. We got Empress and Emperor coming out in one reading. This is a good match, 2 people that match each other. But we also have, this card can represent daydreaming, sort of wanting things to be like what you see on the movies, where the 2 people are in love and they're together all the time and they call each other all the time and they're constantly thinking about each other. In the reality, some people think about the other person constantly, other people just don't, you know? That's what I'm seeing there for you, Rocky. I don't think we've had any other donation. So Rocky, we'll just do a yes or no for you now. Just think about a question in your mind, and we'll just give you final messages on this reading about Roberto, what you need to hear today. Okay, we've got a yes here, and your final messages are you are desirable. So if you decided that this thing with Roberto is not the way you want it to be and you're going to look for somebody else, you won't have trouble finding somebody else if you wanted somebody. But in regards to Roberto and what he sees you as, you had come up as the Queen of Hearts in the first part of the reading, you come up as the Queen of Pentacles in another part of the reading, you've come up as the Queen of Wands. So he sees you as everything. You also came up as the Empress. What more can you ask for? If someone sees you as an Empress, there's nothing else beyond that. You're being told to trust in your intuition, but don't go into an illusion and don't go into them together. When you do have conversations, what's good about it, and don't focus on what's bad about it. And then try and get on a better sort of level for yourself. Okay. He is not consistent. Okay, so it sounds to me like when he sees you, you feel like, oh my God, you know, this is the love bomb. When he's not with you and he's busy and then he's too tired and he thinks, if I ring her right now, I'm not going to be able to stay on the phone with her, and if I hang up on her, she's going to get the shits about it or whatever. So I think he picks and chooses when he knows he's going to have enough time for you, but at the moment it's not enough time. You know what my suggestion is, Rocky? That you contact him and say, I'd like to have a good talk with you. When are you available to come to my home and have a good talk? And when he comes there, instead of hugging and kissing and whatever it is you do with each other, have a good talk about what it is you want, even if you have to write things down. And tell him, when I know they don't even know that you feel like that. Okay? Okay, so we don't have another donation, or we do? Being that I've got a really bad signal here. Oh, you're paying for, oh, Nina, Crystal's having a general reading. Did you tell Nina? Did you tell my world? Chris has paid for a detailed reading for you. So Nina, do you want to have that reading now, or do you want to think about it and get it done at a later time? Chris has paid for you to have a detailed reading. So up next we have Chris with a detailed June reading. And then we have Nina. Thank you for that, Chris. Nina's on a very shoestring budget where she is. That's a beautiful, beautiful thing, Chris. Yeah, she paid for you. It says in here, a general reading and a free reading for Nina today. Thank you so much, Chris. All right, Chris, so let's get on to yours. Nina, think about if you have a detailed thing you want me to look at. You might want me to look at you and Ram, or you might want me to look at your studies, or a bit of both. You might just want general messages for June. I love general for you. Okay, so we're doing a general on June for Chris, and we're general in love for you. No problem. And then I think we'll finish for the day, ladies, unless somebody comes in and they want one. I think we might pack it up. Anybody that's watching and you would like a free star sign reading, you don't ask a question, you just tell us what your star sign is. When I'm finished these two, if I don't have a payment, I will do the star signs of the people in the room. Okay, so this is for June for Crystal. What messages does June bring for Crystal? Hopefully lovely positive energy. What is coming towards Chris for June? What does she need to know? General reading for Chris. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. General reading. Okay, I'm going to start this reading and we're going to look at work, okay, and financial situation. There's an opportunity presented that you say no thank you in regards to work. It's something official, so it could be an insurance contract, it could be something to do with a government kind of thing, but there's something that you would work towards. The opportunity is there, but it's like no thank you for now, and it's put on hold until you investigate. And then down the track, it's where you say, you offered me this, but can you make it this? So someone offered you a contract. They said the contract's going to go for the next 6 months. The contract over those 6 months will pay you $1,000 a week plus bonuses. You go and look at everything that you would have to do in that 6 months and how much that would impact your social life, your health, your well-being, and you say, I'm willing to take on this for 3 months at $600 a month plus bonuses. So it's like you're asking for less time, better money for that time. And then it sorts out. Down here in regards to work and that, you've got some really, really nice stuff coming in regards to work. Opportunity to work with a group of people who are on the same track as you. It's like, Crystal, this is Jessica. Jessica is going to be working in the such and such department. You have a sit-down lunch meeting with Jessica or whoever it is, and you find out that this person is just like you. It's sort of like where you connect through business with people very like-minded, similar sort of backgrounds to you. Yeah, I'm seeing not only work and progress and money going up and up and up till you reach your 10 of diamonds. We got you as the Queen of Diamonds sitting next to the 10 of diamonds as the final 2 cards in this reading. But you're also in with company. We've got 2 kings here, 2 queens here, and 2 jacks here. We've got the Jack and Queen of Diamonds. We've got the Jack and King of Clubs, and we got we've got the Queen and King of Clubs, and we got the Jack of Spades and the King of Hearts. So we got 2 matching ones and 2 matching ones. And like I told you the other day, when I look at relationships and everything, whenever I look at you and Larry, I always see the matching suit, which doesn't happen. It doesn't happen a lot. And you get it, you've got it twice in this reading, and you had it twice in the last reading. So yeah, in regards to work, financial situation, there will be a hard patch. I'll show you the hard patch. We've got 7, 9, 5 and 10 of spades here. The 9 is the clubs. Now the 9 is the work, the effort, the things you have to do. The 7, 9 and 5 and 10 is frustration and hard to do. The 10 can represent insurance or government, okay? It's sitting in amongst this. That's why I said there's an offer, there's an idea. It's quite good. You can see a money-making thing there. You can see security with the future. Your outcome is good and balanced, but it's not going to come like that. There's going to be some sort of stress, some sort of discussion to get there. All the cards down here are pretty much all red. The only 2 cards, you've got 15 cards here in front of me. The only 2 black cards are those 2. This one's sitting in the past about a broken contract or something that just didn't work. It can be somebody leaving work, signing off, and somebody new coming in. And this one's about someone with irresponsible actions in the past. Okay, now looking at this crystal in regards to love, romance and everything, I see a possible proposal put on delay. If this was about pregnancy, you've got double 5s, which is twins, and you've got the 9, you've got the hospital. You do have a little girl thing there. So although I feel that there possibly would be twin boys in the future, I do feel you're going to you're wanting a little girl, but I'm seeing boys. Not that you don't want the boys, but there is this little place in you or Larry's heart, if it's Larry, for the little girl. But romance-wise, I feel that this is a bond that's going from discussions in your house or Larry's house or whoever's house to something completely solid with each other. This would be delays in between. Now it could be, it's not showing me a person, but it could be that person that showed up on Larry's side of things creating drama, because this would be court, this would be violence and anger. It's sitting in amongst a balanced situation. So there is something coming up again to do with that. So I do believe there was an arrest made with what happened before, so that could be going to court to finalise things and then coming with a good outcome. There may be some sort of payment that has to be paid, like not just a fine, a legal fine or something, but a payment for damages or whatever to you or Larry. In regards to love and relationships, in the negative area or challenging area, I should say, not negative area, a challenge that might be there, it's about when is the right time to do a solid commitment. We have the matching with each other, we have the happiness, socialising, eating good foods. We have 2, 4, 6. The 2 right now is black, meaning you're not married, you're not in a commitment, but you do have the 4 and 6, you do have the opportunity coming. It's sort of like a shock, a mystery, and you recently said about what was said and you were sort of shocked that he said that. You've got one thing, and I think that's you going, should we get in this commitment? Should we take it to this next level quickly? Or should we just take our time with things? Okay? The next step, what you're going into in June in relationship, love, happiness, looks to me like pregnancy. We have the baby boy card, the 5 of Hearts, but we also have this talking openly about what you want. We have the Jack of Diamonds, which can represent a child. It can represent an invitation to a new journey. We have you sitting there as very desired, very fertile, very happy, hard-working. We have the 7 of Diamonds sitting down talking the plan about where are you going to live, what are you going to do, how often are you going to work, and then we have the sexual card. It can just purely be sex, but I also feel this is to do with fertility. It is in reverse at the moment, so it could mean a slight fertility issue, and I say slight because it's all the cards are positive. Coming up in the future, we do have, I feel this is else. I think this is you and Larry here. The Queen of Diamonds, the King of Hearts, the 10 of Diamonds, socialising. Can be a wedding. I feel this is somebody else. This is some other king that feels that they are very desirable and everything, possibly doing something wrong. Now this might be from your past that finds out through posts on Facebook, seeing you out and about. They may do something, say something, and it's not violence or anything to that extreme. It might just be something that's uncomfortable. It may even be something like, let's say that Larry proposes to you, and it's all over Facebook. Then a date is set or a place is set, and it gets out to people. And then here you are celebrating with your family and other people and having a nice time, and in walks someone from the past. And they come, not because they want to be there to congratulate, but they come there because they're not happy that what you're doing, kind of like what happened before a year ago, where don't marry that person, you know, that kind of scene. I'm seeing that, but I'm not seeing it where it's a bother to you, okay? The buzzer's already gone. We spent the whole time on the poker deck, so what I'll do is 3 from the top and 3 from the bottom. And you're up next, Nina. Oh, we're going to do Bethel next. Nina, what are we doing with your reading? Okay, Chris, this is just more information. What else is coming towards Chris in June? And then we'll do the 2 situations from the other deck. Okay, so we have the 9 of Pentacles. Now, a lot of people see this as single energy. I see this as looking towards your future about what it is you want to do. We do have this, a nice escape, like getting to the other side, finally seeing the end of the tunnel. We have some kind of strict, strong confirmation, something, signing a contract or whatever. If this is to do with work, I feel this is signing contracts about money. I feel that the 6 of Swords is somebody else did something wrong and you step in to fix it up. In regards to a relationship, I just see going from single to making a contract and making a deal with somebody else. The other card you've got is 10 of Wands in reverse. I feel like 10 of Wands is where something's a heavy burden, of course, but when I see it in reverse, I feel like it's something that you have to go through to get to your end result. And your end result is the Queen of Wands, healthy, fertile, loving, happy, hardworking, with the King of Cups, the King of Love, the person supporting and on the long journey. Middle of the deck, we've got making a choice, having discussions, and waiting for that right timing. Okay, so that's what we've got there in June, waiting for that right timing, waiting for that notification, that result. All right, think about 2 things, Chris, and then up next we've got Bethel, and then we've got G-Ram. Okay. So Nina, I'm assuming we're going to do yours later, straight through WhatsApp or something like that. Thanks again to Chris for that payment. Okay, Bethel and G-Ram, I'll check them out in a minute. I'm not finished with you, Chris. Okay, Chris, here we go. Chris has 2 things she's thinking about. Okay, your message that flung out is about, don't get pushed or anything. There's something to do with someone with some kind of intimidation going on that just flicked out. So be prepared, be ready. It may be coming towards Larry again. Anyway, here we go. 2 things that Crystal's thinking about right now. Final messages about June for Crystal. I like what I'm seeing in regards to your work and that. It looks like there's something substantial coming towards you. It may be something from your past that you've forgotten about too, where somebody contacts you or somebody that used to work with you or whatever. Your first situation, I'm getting a no, yes, yes. So with some sort of time and delay, eventually this thing works itself out. Your second situation you were thinking about, we got yes, yes, no. So both of them are the same kind of energy in regards to a yes or a no. It's more of a yes than a no, whatever it is you're thinking about. It's more positive than negative, what you're thinking about. And your final messages for June are leaving any kind of unhappiness, guilt, anxiety, leaving that all finally where it belongs. It's happened, it's in the past. I'm not sure that this is even in regards to you. I think this is in regards to Larry, or it could be somebody attached to you from your past, finally walking away from that, leaving that behind. There will be a lot of love and possible travel coming up for you. I feel this is romantic travel. Maybe you and Larry are going to come out to Australia. If you do, you're welcome in my home. Modest house, but you're welcome to come to my home if you want to. Anyway, yeah, so there is some kind of travel coming up, some kind of discussions going on. There will be some kind of generosity going on within your work. There may be an offer coming through. You will be discussing terms on this money or this contract or whatever it is. I'm seeing that again. You have the Sun, which is my favorite card in the deck. It's all about being optimistic. Possible pregnancy and fulfillment is on its way. Oh my gosh, I hope so. You have Ace of Swords. Your vision is finally being seen and happening. sticking through the cycle. There are a lot of debates and things going on coming up. There is some burdens coming up that you will be facing, but on the most part, your whole reading, 90% was extremely positive, and there was that little 10% of things that might need to be dealt with. The good news is, Chris, within June, nothing come up about surgery. Nothing come up about any kind of surgery or anything like that. Okay, up next we have Bethel. Let me just check everything here. There are people coming out for lunch, so we're going to close all the readings now. These will be the last readings for the day. I don't have... Oh, Bethel, your payment just came in, but it came in before Chris. So you actually did pay before Chris, but when I looked at it before, it didn't show up. Now it's showing up that it came in before Chris. Anyway, sorry about that. Bethel with a detailed read for... Employment case, legal matter. What will come of it? And my matter today was postponed again. I think I said about it being pushed forward again. Wow, this thing's just going on and on and on, Bethel. Okay, so employment case. You want to know what's going to go on with the employment case, and then just general messages, I'm assuming. GRAM. GRAM has paid for... GRAM, what's that you've paid for there? Let me just work that out. GRAM, what was that you've paid for there? Because that's in Australian dollars showing up. It looks like you've paid for a detailed read and a mini reading, or have you paid just one detailed reading, so you gave me a bonus. Thank you so much. Unless the money exchange is different rate today, and it's higher today for me, which is great. But it looks to me like you must have paid a bit extra there for me. All right, Bethel, so we're looking at an employment case that was filed. We're looking at other messages in general, yeah? All right, so you're up first. So the good thing is I've got a microphone arriving today, and I won't have to sit in places where there's, you know, like I might be able to sit inside if I can find somewhere that hasn't got loud music. Yeah, it's sort of giving me more options now. All right, here we go. Bethel. Bethel has filed an employment case. How is that going? She also had a delay on her other court case, and any other messages she needs to see for June. Ooh, Bethel. You've got frustration getting higher and higher and higher. It's almost like I'm watching, you know, something starting to be a good signal. So I won't start this clock for Bethel until the video was on pause. I was out of the video. I was trying to do the settings on the phone and make sure it was connected. It wasn't actually using the hotspot on this phone, and I've maximised the compatibility on the other phone. So I won't start this reading for Bethel until we see that the video is streaming properly. I'll make myself a drink. We're back and we're working. Okay, I'll just quickly have a drink. Yeah, I don't know what's going on because it had full strength here. Unless what could be happening is when I use the free internet that the club is providing, which was full strength, they may have a cut-off limit on data. You know what I mean? For members to use only a certain amount of data, and what I'm doing uses a lot of data. Okay, I'm just going to drink this, we'll restart the clock and we'll get started again on Bethel's reading. I think I need to be down that area in the sun. There's absolutely full strength, no problem there. All right, let's restart this. All right, Bethel, back to it. So as I said, I feel like it's like you've got a pot of water and you've turned the stove on and you're boiling it, and it's getting hotter and hotter till it's bubbling. I'm feeling like this is how your emotions are looking. Now, in regards to your health and well-being, be very careful. There could be some kind of incident where it's not showing me hospital or anything, but it's showing me not sickness, but more likely that muscle sprain or pulling a thing in your neck, or some kind of pain, injury kind of thing that you need to be getting some kind of therapy for. I had that happen last week. I woke up, I couldn't put my clothes on properly, I couldn't bend properly, I was in so much pain, I couldn't sleep all night. I went and had one session of therapy, gone. Anyway, in regards to the case you've put in, you said it's to do with employment or whatever. The Nine of Diamonds represents like retirement, superannuation we call it here in Australia. Everybody that gets employed here in Australia, doesn't matter if you're full-time employment or doing 20 hours or more, your employer must pay into the superannuation. Doesn't matter if you're 15 years old or you're 100 years old, it must be paid at a certain rate, okay? That's what that card represents. It represents retirement, it represents long-term commitment to money, it also represents a payout. So if you finished a job, you were wrongfully sacked or whatever, this is a payout that you're entitled to. Your holiday pay, sick pay, whatever. So I do feel that in the coming months or weeks, there's a lot of stress around this issue, okay? What else are we seeing here? I'll just keep looking up and make sure this thing's connected. Normally I have a great connection. This only ever happened at the other club. There has been a lot of internet issues in this whole area since we had a whole load of flooding and rain, so it could be that as well, that people's internet connections are just not working. All right, geez, that'll be bad for me because this is my job. Now you do have some really nice messages in regards to friendships and love and entertaining kind of things coming towards you over the coming months, Bethel. But in regards to this money matter, the work matter, we do have double jacks. Now double jacks normally represents somebody applying for a job, getting the position, and they start from the bottom and they work their way up. It also represents two people coming together working on the same project from different angles. So one person's doing all the financial matter, the other person's doing the sales, another person might be doing something else. So it's showing me two people coming together to discuss a job or money or how things should go, a plan. One person is not very knowledgeable about how things should be. So somebody, in regards to this employment claim that you've put in or whatever it is, somebody didn't do the right thing. So there's a set of rules, a set of guidelines. This is showing me where there's a minor thing that was overlooked. I'm hoping that it's on the other person's part, and the fact that your outcome cards are 7 and 9 of Hearts, which is a really, really nice, good result. I'd have to say that it's probably their error, not yours, okay? Moving forward, we have the two queens working together, happy together, a friendship being struck, and a nice surprise coming in. It's a financial surprise. It's only small, so it's not thousands and thousands of dollars. It's more likely hundreds of dollars, maybe even a pay rise of $10 more an hour, whatever. But there is a financial surprise coming towards you. There is also a job opportunity coming towards you to work with like-minded people. So in regards to what you've been doing, which I don't really know what you do for work, I don't think we've ever discussed what you actually do for work. I do know you were studying law or something at one point. Yeah, but talking about law, the rules and regulations, somebody has broken or violated a certain rule. It's something that was easily overlooked. Anyway, that would be their excuse. They're saying, I didn't even see it there, it was fine print, whatever. You are going to be feeling very stable, very happy, and very contented with where things are going. The outcome cards, we do have the 2 tens. Don't get alarmed, the 2 black tens. This simply represents the government building, and this would represent the paperwork, filing the paperwork and what's correct. What's the rules, what's the regulations. Your outcome cards are showing double 7s. Now, double 7s, I don't know if you remember with all the readings that you've had in the past. 7s, to me, is where you sit down and you plan your future. This is who I want to marry. This is where I want to live. This is how I'm going to do these things, right? This is where I want to work. This is the pay I want to have. Red 7s mean everything's starting to unfold the way you want it. Black 7s mean the clubs mean a struggle to get there. A black spade means doing it somebody else's way. It's not going to go your way. Your outcome cards are the wishes coming true and the 2 red 7s. I really, really like what I'm seeing here. Yeah, you do have the 2 black 10s here, but as I said, this is the court, the rules, the regulations, and the paperwork. This is things going the way you plan them to go. So whatever your plan is in regards to this case you put forward with your employment, I'd have to say that this is telling me it's going to go the way that, because of the rules and regulations, it's going to go your way. The other messages I'm seeing here, just in general terms, I'm just seeing a lot of socialising, get-togethers, talking, feeling happy and everything. There is somebody that wants to have more with you, but it looks like it's just a friendship at this stage. But there is somebody in the back of their mind, they're thinking that there could be something more down the track. There is a nighttime event where there is one person you wish wasn't there, but the rest of it's really good. There's some major birthday celebration coming up as well. So what I mean by a major birthday is sweet 16, 21, 30, 40, 50, 60, 100, something coming up. Oh, I've got the hiccups now. Pineapple. All right, show me Bethel. I won't go any more into that particular thing that you put in for. I think I've covered that. We'll just get general messages for the last part of the reading. The buzz is going. G-Ram's up next with a detailed reading. I need G-Ram's question on the screen, please, and then we're finished for the day. And Nina, what I'll do for you is I'll move down to that area and I'll do your thing in WhatsApp. Maybe we'll put the camera on and see how that goes. Okay, Bethel, final messages today. Let me just turn the buzzer off, it's buzzing my wrist here. Alright, Bethel, 9 of Pentacles, first card out. 9 of Diamonds was the first card out, poker deck. Same card, same kind of energy to me. This is about the end of the rainbow, looking at your future. Where's it going to go? What are you going to do? Justice at the moment is in balance. It's upside down. Injustice going on in regards to your future, your well-being, your money. Okay, this is sitting in the problem area. This is somebody not doing things the right way. Hierophant, as you know, is old school, following the rules, following the religion, belief system. It's in reverse as well, somebody going against the grain. I feel that you and somebody else going head to head here, we've got pissed off kind of energy here. And then I see you going on a journey feeling relaxed and free and moving forward. You're also, the message I'm getting here is try spending a bit of time relaxing and enjoying and not so much focus on the court case and things like that. Try and detach yourself from that and allow yourself to have enjoyment and happiness and go out with your friends, go watch a movie, go and watch the moon come up. It's full moon at the moment, guys. I was fishing yesterday afternoon and the moon come up behind us. I only caught one fish, it was too small. Lots of bites, kept missing them. All right, Bethel, 2 questions and then we're on to GRAM. General reading for GRAM, okay. Okay, Bethel, I want you to think about things. The Lovers just dropped out with the Ace of Swords. It's time to make a plan to free yourself from burdens and things and enjoy. Okay, Bethel has 2 things in her mind. What's the energy around them? Does she get a yes or a no? And what's final messages for Bethel today? My apologies to people that had readings where it's gone in and out with the signal. Next time when I set up, I'll make sure I'm down that area. Now, the next time I should be online, I'll be busy tomorrow right through till Sunday, I'm assuming. So it should be my Monday, everybody's Sunday. I could be back on. All right, Bethel, if you wanted a yes and no with your 2 situations, you've got a maybe yes and a maybe yes. So it's looking more positive than negative. It's looking more like something in your favour. You're wanting immediate results. You're wanting something to happen right now. You're being told that you need to do some negotiations, even if it's challenging. You're also being told about just go somewhere. Go for a short trip on the weekend, or go stay in a day spa for one day and have a massage and meditation or whatever. But yeah, something that you need to do for yourself coming up, because I feel like you've been putting yourself on the back burner and too much focus on stressful kind of things. You're also being told it's time to just relax, get over anxieties, fears and that, and just relax and think forward in a positive fashion. The other thing here, I see that you've got a good sense for business coming up. You know what you need to do. There is a time of where you will need to be studying. Don't let go of some things. I see some people have their eyes on you, they're attracted to you. I don't feel that you're noticing them at this time. You are going to be given some path to take. You're being told just take one at a time. Don't take too much on board at once. And you have the Strength as your final card here. The power will be yours. Strength will come back. Power over your decisions for the future. That bird is extremely loud. I have no idea what it's called. If anybody that's online knows what that bird is, I think it's a noisy miner. Noisy miners are a vermin. They're like rats. Anyway, Bethel, that was you. Yeah, this is my new sunglass attachment. Really, really good. I like them. Nice and big. All right, so lastly we had a general for GRAM and then we are finished for the day. Thank you to everybody. And yeah, Nina, I think I'll move, oh no, I might not move down that end. There is people down there now. Anyway, we'll see how we go, Nina. I'll do yours when I get offline. And thanks again to Crystal for donating that for Nina. That was really, really generous of you. I think you did that before, didn't you? About a year ago or something, somebody really, really needed something. And yeah, there was another person that did it too. I think Rhonda did it once as well. All right, here we go for GRAM. General messages. Now, I can't remember the lady that you ask about in readings GRAM, so we'll just look at love and romance, financial situation, work, socialising, health and well-being. What messages for June for GRAM? What does GRAM? Gerardo. Okay, here we go. Gerardo, G-E-R-A-D-O. And thank you for that little extra tip there to those that donated above what they have to. And thank you to everybody that donated in general. Really, really appreciate giving me your questions to give my intuition and help out, hopefully. All right, G-Ram, your first cards can't be looked at as work because we've got 2 women, 1 man, all different symbols. We've got you showing up as the King of Diamonds. You're looking at where you've been, who you've been with, what kind of relationship that was. You are ready to have a commitment, but there's a confusion as to which person. We have somebody here. Now, in the way the person looks, one of them would be dark and one of them would be fair. So a blonde or a redhead or a dark brown, brunette or black hair, okay? If we looked at what kind of personality they have, one of them is very family orientated, very domestic. You know, they like to cook or they like kids around, or very romantic. The other one can be romantic, but they can also have this coldness to them. In regards to the way they work, one of them might be a hairdresser, a chef, she might create things, she might be a singer, a dancer, very creative kind of energy. The other one would be more official, possibly work for the government, work in accountancy, even work in taxation or military even. These 2 women, what it can be is you want to have a relationship, you want to commit. This could be the 2 sides of one person. So one day, let's call her Sarah. One day Sarah is loving, caring, talking about a future and a family. The next day she's talking about, I have no time for this, I need to go to work, I need to sort things out. So it can be the 2 sides of one person, which is very frustrating. Now, I've talked about this a lot on my channel about a really good relationship. When I see red cards 246 or 264 or 426, whatever, when I see those 3 cards come out, it's a really, really good match. If one of them's black or 2 of them are black, there's something amiss. You've got the king with the 2, a queen with the 6, another queen with the black 4. It's only a club, it's not a spade. So it's showing me that you could have something, but there is something missing between the 2 of you. Okay, so that's the first part of the reading. The challenges that might be coming up is something official here. I feel that there's going to be contact from your, is it your brother and his child that's in prison? There's something coming up there. There may be a fine to be paid or something, and then financial assistance is needed. You're going to be deciding whether how much you can give or how much you can help. What I'm here to tell you is don't make yourself broke for somebody else's problem, even if it is your relative and you're concerned. I also see within work, any kind of drama that's coming up where there's an overload of work or something didn't go right. Let's say you worked in the building industry and a house was supposed to be built to lock up by June, but the particular tiles for the floor didn't arrive. So there's some kind of delay in a business plan that has put something on hold, which creates a sense of that you could lose something financially, but then it's showing a turnaround where it all works out in the end. So I wouldn't be too concerned about it as long as you get on board with whatever it is you've got to sort out, Gerardo. There's an invitation to celebrate with the guys, so I feel like you're doing a man's man thing. You know, like some guys go hunting together, some guys go on a golfing trip together or whatever. I feel like you're involved in something that's all a lot of masculine energy. It doesn't mean there's no females there, it just means that it's something that you're doing with either male family members or a group of people. The other thing I'm seeing here is a delay, but you will eventually be travelling, and I don't think you're travelling just to the next state or country, city. I feel like you're getting on a plane and going somewhere at a distance, okay? Your outcome cards are really, really bright. You have the opportunity in regards to females coming up. There is somebody that you may potentially go from a friendship, a sexual connection, to something where you're thinking about putting a ring on this person's finger. I feel that it's about 3 to 4 months away for that to be happening. And for the business thing, I think that's 3 to 4 weeks away. I could be wrong, it could be 3 to 4 weeks away for the relationship thing. But yeah. Anyway, Gerardo, any other messages for Gerardo, please? Any other messages for Gerardo? Doing things the right way. If you have a strong passion and desire that this is how things need to be for you, you want to be with somebody that's of the same religion, or you want to be with somebody that eats the same food or listens to the same music or whatever, you need to do things the way you need to do it. I do feel that you're going to have some challenges coming up towards you. Again, just focusing on the legal side, I feel like there's been an injustice going on, possibly to do with your nephew. There is money to be paid, there is contracts being signed, and it's just hanging around that little bit longer. I did think that he would have been out by now. You haven't mentioned him recently. It may be coming, but there is something to do with a financial burden that has to be sorted first. There's somebody reaching out for money. How often are they going to keep reaching out for money? How often are you going to open up the wallet and give them more money? Okay? So I feel there's some sort of decisions going on there. I think sometimes with family and that, your heart is ruling your head in helping out. You've got some nice conversations coming up where you're going to feel in control of the situation of what you're doing. You're also going from strength to strength. Now you do have double aces here. That normally indicates that within a year's time, there will be a solution to a problem that you've been having or somebody else close to you's been having. He is still in prison. Hopefully this means that it's not much longer now. And he will be getting out, but there is something to do, a connection to financial. The only other way of looking at it is that he has to be secured where he's going to be living when he gets out and what job he's going to be doing when he gets out. And it has to be in a particular area, and he's not allowed to do this, not allowed to do that, all that sort of thing. Okay, let's see what we got on the bottom. We have victory and success after someone makes amends for something that was wrong. So in regards to a love thing, I see someone trying to apologise or trying to come back in. Whichever way you tackle it, you're successful with the journey you take next. In regards to a working situation, there's some kind of invitation or some kind of contract. Something wasn't right with it, but you are successful with the outcome of that contract. So everything's showing that it's turning around. Work, money, contracts, the prison thing, and even relationship stuff. A relationship's going from a friendship to something more than that. There is someone from your past trying to get back in though, Gerardo. I don't know if you're wanting that energy though. I'm wondering if that's why we've seen the two queens at the top. One of them could be someone who has financial issues or always saying, oh, this happened to me, that happened to me, and they can be down the negative side of life. The other one is all about focusing on the positive and making things better and feeling happy. So I feel like you're dealing with two energies, okay? One of them, possibly you have a connection to both these energies, and you could see yourself living in a life with both these energies. One of them will make you very happy, very contented, you'll work together. The other one will be basically like a problem child. Someone that you're constantly trying to fix, trying to repair. Someone that, yeah, on the negative tone. All right, lastly, and thank you. Hey there, Sashi. welcome back. I'm just going offline now. This is it, I'm finished. I've had a few connection problems today. But anyway, yeah, I'm going offline now. Gerardo, think about 2 things you want to know about. I'll give you the energy around it. I'll try and give you a yes and a no. Cindy, okay, sounds like Cindy. Yeah, this would be a person, when I see Queen of Spades, working, she can be in a high position where there's a lot of mental stuff going on. She can be working for taxation department, government department. To look at the person, if we just take it as that, they would have black hair, dark brown hair, but looking at their personality, the Queen of Spades is, this happened to me. Or if you sit and talk to the person and you say, oh, I had a headache last night, and they go, oh, I've had a migraine for 3 days. Oh, my sister, she had to have this surgery done, she's fine now. Oh, I had that surgery and I was sick for 10 days. You know, it's like where a negative thing that's happened, a headache, surgery, loss of money, this person will say that they had it worse than that person. They've always had it worse. They also will be dragging around what happened to them. This happened to me, that's why I am like this. But on a good note, it can show somebody who's been wrongfully treated. It can show somebody who's been through a lot of tough times, and through somebody else's help, they pick themselves back up. Anyway, that's what I get. The 2 queens, one sounds like Razor and the other one sounds like Cindy. Cindy is the past connection. Okay, yeah. I thought that when I was reading it. I thought this one sounds like the one that I think you're giving her money all the time. She was always having some kind of issue. And Razor, I think, is the family, the lovey. Can be a little bit too much in her head with romance. You know, think that romance is like living in a movie. She's not without her issues as well. We all are. We've all got issues. Anyway, Gerardo, think about what it is you want to know about. And we'll give you 2 situations here. You might want to think about, one section of cards is for Cindy and one section of cards is for Razor. Or maybe there is a new person coming in and it's not Cindy. I do think there may be a connection where she reaches out and she asks for your help or something with Cindy, but there may be another female coming into the picture. All right? Okay, here we go. Good luck. If you wanted a yes and no, you got a yes on the first situation. If you wanted a yes and no on the second situation, you got a yes again. All the energy is very positive I've got here. We've got the King of Pentacles, which I feel is you making secure financial decisions coming up. I also feel that you need to take your time with something. Don't get pushed. Okay? The Queen of Swords energy has come out. This is someone really intelligent. She has had some hard times in her life, but I feel that she's looking at the future and trying to make things happen. So you've got a slow-paced energy coming from you and a forced energy coming, let's do this now. So your message there is do it at your own pace, not what somebody else wants. The other thing here, we have 9 of Pentacles and then we have Judgment. So again, if this is anything to do with the prison and your brother and that, I do feel there's a decision coming up and there may be money needed to pay. You're going to be deciding how much you can spare and whether you can spare anything at all or offer some other sort of opportunity. I do see you're getting rewards for something you've been waiting for, so any projects with work, it looks like they're coming to a conclusion. And then the Judgment, usually to me, Judgment is success, especially upright. It's just showing new life, moving forward. There will be this, you're going to have to forgive somebody. So if this Cindy comes back into the picture for whatever reason, you may want to be harsh in that and say, look, go away, I'm not interested. But something in you might be saying, I forgive you, you know, with what happened. I'm forgiving you, but this is my life now. This is where I'm moving on. I wish you all the very best, but I'm moving forward. So, yeah. Anyway, that's it, guys. We are finished. Nina, I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to go on my other phone and have a look at that thing for you there. All right. Thanks again to Chris. Thank you for all your help, Chris, and everybody that participated on the channel day. Thank you so much. And I should be back, as I said, either your Sunday or Monday, my Monday or Tuesday next week. Everybody have a wonderful weekend, and I will see everybody when I see you. Take care, and hopefully I've got a better connection, and you won't hear that music when I'm next live. I'll have a microphone on me, and I'll be hopefully blocking that out, which gives me more advantage as to other areas where I can go live, where I don't have to worry about music anymore. There's not many private areas in this club, but thankfully for me, people don't tend to use clubs much anymore until dinner time. And I'm always here in the morning up till lunchtime. So yeah, there's 2 people eating lunch over there, and there's one lady having a cigarette in front of me. Other than that, there's been nobody out here. So, and it's beautiful. It's nice and sunny and everything. So why would you eat inside? There is a big fireplace inside, so they're probably in there thinking it's too cold out here. If you're not in the sun, it's very cold out here. Yeah, thank you everybody, and I will catch everybody next week. Take care.